Hi, everybody. Oh no, I can't say that anymore. I can't say teen author because I turned 20, which means I'm no longer a teenager and I can't use my intro. What am I gonna do? Should I just copy the intros of YouTubers that I like? I mean, it's worth a shot. Hey everybody, Noah Barfield here. What's up guys? It's your boy Noah. Papa Noah here. Hello and welcome to Night at the Corner. I'm your host, Noah Barfield. Writer's Corner. Writer's Corner. Hey everybody, it's Noah here. Hello everybody.
Shouting victory!
So, maybe you know one of those. Oh wait, I have an idea. So dastardly, so inconceivable, it just might work. I think I have the perfect idea for an intro. Hi everybody, young author Noah Barfield here. Welcome to Writer's Corner. Oh my gosh, Noah, you're wearing a suit, you're 20, you have a mic attached to your lapel, what's going on? The channel has not changed, but there have been some improvements. I'm borrowing the suit as a farewell to my teen years, to my nihilistic 19. And I've moved on to twisted 20s, and then I'll move on to thirsty 30s, and forsaken 40s, final 50s, and suicide 60s. I don't think there's going to be anything after that, though. You might also notice that the video and audio quality has been improved kind of substantially, and that would be because I finally got myself a camera, a microphone, and some lights to use. So it's kind of hot in the suit, but hopefully whenever I do my other videos just in my normal clothes, it won't be too unbearable. But I'm dressed up in a suit. There's gotta be a special event for today's video, right? Yes, since I am 20 and I'm no longer a teenager by definition, even though I still feel like it, I figured now would be a proper time to do the challenges of being a teen writer video. It's something that I've been planning out for a while, something I've been wanting to do ever since I did the Perks of Being a Teen Writer video several years ago, and I figured now is probably the best time to do it. So without further delay, the challenges of being a teen writer.
It's your life! It's your fight!
Dealing with something like lower self-esteem means you're going to look at other works of fiction written by authors, and you're going to instinctively compare yourself to them, and you're going to say, oh, compared to this amazing published author, my work is drivel. Or you will look at a friend's writing and say, oh man, you're so talented. How come I'm not like that? How do you do so well? My friend Melissa said, it's all about how you perceive it. You know, you're constantly stuck with your writing every single day, and that can kind of be draining on your perception of it. So take a step back, look at it with a fresh set of eyes, and try not to judge yourself too much. Other people are going to do that for you. And while your emotions are more powerful and potent, while they're still fresh, and that will aid you in your writing, they also vary wildly. You will have drastic mood swings due to negligible internal or external sources that you can't even control sometimes. And being able to control your emotions when you're writing is actually paramount to successful scenes. I remember whenever I was writing from the time I was 13 all the way up to whenever Legend was published at 17. As I continued to work on the novel, I would get frustrated, or I would get depressed, or I would get extremely happy, and none of those were the emotions that I needed for the scene, so I'd have to walk away and then come back whenever I was feeling the proper emotion. I had to rely on time and patience, which is very difficult for me to have even now. And it was an incredibly difficult process because I didn't have the emotional maturity or stability to pull up emotions and use them as I needed. I'm still working on that, in fact. This all combines together to say that one big challenge you will face as a teen writer is your own body, your own makeup, your own growth and change. You are practically a glass cannon. I'm not saying all teenagers are fragile, emotional, shattering beings. That's not my message here. What I'm saying is that it can be difficult for you to control yourself, your impulses, and your emotions, even though you really, really want to. The paramount key here to handling your emotions, being patience and self-control, I struggle with that on a daily basis. It's incredibly taxing, and especially whenever you're growing and changing in some of the most drastic ways the human body is capable of. Don't feel bad whenever you don't have the patience to actually sit down and write the scene and control your emotions. Take a deep breath, relax, know that this isn't entirely your fault, but that you're working towards it. and that may aid you more than you're even aware of. You will have people who doubt you, who tell you that you should get a real job, or constantly ask you about what's going to be your career choice, your real career choice, what you're going to do for school, all those various different things. Of course, you can take the easy way out and you tell them, I'm going to be a writer and I'm going to go to college for that, and I'm going to get my English degree and I'm going to use that for being a writer. Most people will accept that as a semi-viable career choice because you can use that for magazines or for an actual company or anything like that. However, if you don't want to go to college and you want to be a writer and you want to learn from other writers without having to pay the tuition fees, then it gets a little more tricky. And having these valid opinions early on in your life commonly is something that a lot of people, especially adults, are not going to understand. They're not going to comprehend that you know what you want and that you actually have a plan for enacting it, or at least a vague idea of one. Which brings me to the next thing, the planning part. You may not actually want to do this as a career. You're still figuring your life out. Actually, I'm pretty sure most people are still figuring their lives out. But that being said, you're still dealing with school, you're still dealing with a possible social life. I don't know. That was never really an issue for me. I just stayed at the house and wrote all the time. But for you, you might have a social life and want to manage and plan around that. You might have school to do, you might have another job that you go to, and other familial responsibilities in your life. Planning around all of that, in addition to actually deciding if this is a hobby or a career choice for you, can take an immense strain on you physically and mentally. Writing is not a doomed forsaken pursuit, but figuring out whether you want to do it as a career, whether you have your whole life ahead of you and you want to do something else, can be a bit of a challenge, and it can take some time, focus, and patience to actually figure it out, and some internal reflection. None of which is popular whenever you're a young person and all you want to do is anything but internal reflection. I mean, I would much rather play video games than internally reflect on anything. And I know that is a heavy, weighty subject to drop on you. That is a large bomb that I did not want to have on this channel, but I figured it was time for at least a slightly serious conversation about this. I've been doing these videos for 3 years now. They're mostly happy and upbeat and positive. And I don't think this video has been overtly negative, but being a teen writer has its own set of unique challenges and difficulties. And whenever you stick with this into adulthood, several of those external factors get magnified. And you also have to throw in things like bills and providing for a family as you grow older and you make more life choices that may or may not work well with your chosen career. And so taking a moment to develop patience, to develop answers to responses, to do proper research on it, and actually take a moment to figure out where you want your life to go can be incredibly important and uplifting and take a huge weight off of your shoulders once you actually have it a bit figured out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and leave a like, as well as follow me on Facebook, Twitter. I recently got Instagram because that's a thing. You can also check me out on my website, www.arc-storm.com, and check out my literary consulting work there, Launchpad, or you can buy Legendland and get it signed by me, and I won't even put a death curse in there. I hope you guys like the snazzy suit that I've done, the hopefully better audio and visual quality of this video, and that you continue to enjoy. Oh God, I look like the president, like Glee Club. Like I should be the spokesperson for like a beginning of a Pride Parade or something. Maybe a game show host. It's time for Wacky Writer Wednesday. I doubt this is even going to come out on Wednesday. Fantastic.